Welcome to this Shortwave radio channel, and of course we have this week a little top 10 or top things to do with your shortwave radio that you should be actually using it to do some of those things. It's a little tips and tricks here, things you might not think about. So we talked about in the last video on how to use it to detect thunderstorms. Well, you can use your shortwave radio to have a feel and idea of how propagation of signals are. And that means getting what I always call my beacon signals. What's that? I call that my beacon signals. These are signals that I know usually make it to my location and that give me an idea of how propagation might actually be in a certain time of day. So, of course, some of them include time signals. If you hear WWV, WWVH, CHU Canada time signals at your location, well, you should have these frequencies handy, because if you have or want to have a quick feel of what propagation is all about, is propagation any good? Well, I often punch in the WWV frequencies, and the CHU frequencies, and take a peek at what it looks like. How good is propagation using these signals? But not just the time signal stations, because propagation means you want to have a feel of propagation, maybe throughout the world, maybe through Europe or so on, or North America, depending on where you live. So have the habit of using some signals that are usually making it to your target area from another area. Here in North America, another other signals that I might use sometimes are WWCR and WRMI frequencies. Why? Because they gave me a feel of general propagation across North America. But I might also be trying for some weaker signals, but that I know that usually make it from Europe, for example. I might use the Royal Air Force Volmet from the UK, or it could be Shannon weather station from Ireland. It could be different stations from different areas that I know make it usually. So draw yourself or make yourself a list of some of the frequencies that usually are good, or at least make it to your area from another area, and check them out daily, because it might give you an idea. So for example, if you hear WRMI in Europe on 15770, well, you might use this daily to see if propagation to North America is good. If one day it's better than usual, you might think, oh, well, it seems propagation is better in North America today. If it's not there one day, well, propagation in North America might not be as good today. You can also, and one of the things I often choose to do also, is going on the ham bands. For example, in early mornings, I will often go to the 20-meter band. It gives me a general idea of how good propagation is to Europe, for example, because there's a lot of European signals in early mornings here in the East Coast, and so on. So you can go through the different ham bands and check out the activity. The more activity, of course, the more the propagation is probably good. But also, not just that, where are the signals coming from? Are you getting only signals that are local to you by, a few hundred miles, a few hundred kilometers? Or are you getting transatlantic, transpacific reception? That gives you a general idea of how good propagation is at the same time. Of course, there's a lot of propagation beacons and things like that you can use, that we'll talk about in a separate video, because that could be interesting. So that's my little top 10 things to do with your radio. You can actually use it to create yourself a list of frequencies that you tune in every day to check if propagation is good, bad, or just average. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.